Hi there, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? This morning, I thought of doing this list because I was inspired by something. It's around right now, it's around 8 a.m. As you can tell, it's a vintage watch. And when I say the word vintage, I'm going to put up actually few fragrances which are classics and I really love or enjoy wearing them rather in the winter time. So this morning what happened was I woke up about 4 hours of sleep, not enough sleep, but I saw the weather was like showing 14 degrees. I'm like, that doesn't happen in our city that much. Like Dhaka, Bangladesh, basically the capital city doesn't get that much cold weathers, and throughout the whole winter we didn't get that much of colder breeze or anything like that, or no foggy weathers. So I went up with my hoodie and all that to walk like around 6 a.m. It was very dark and it was so windy and so cold. I was freezing. And immediately I got the idea that I want to do this list. Classic fragrance I like to wear in colder months, okay, like winter. These are my very personal favorites, not a top 10 or something like that per se, but these are my favorites. Please give them a try, okay? So I have done full reviews on each. I'll just show you, and I have very special one at the top, number one, okay? So let's just see what you got here, okay? If you like vintage, old school styles fragrances, these are definitely for mature crowds, okay? Number 12, this is Bogarpuram, or I don't know, it's called Bogarpuram. This is one of the most affordable fragrances, hands down, one of the best cherry tobacco sort of a vibe. Opening is a little bit harsh, but in the colder months this fragrance is just very beast mode, and I think many people like wearing it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to keep sipping on my tea because the colder morning, voice is not really out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, better. So Bogarpuram, I have been wearing this for many years, okay? And what I like about this fragrance is there are many from this house which are different. There are many that are budget. But what I like about this fragrance, it smells absolute delight, in the colder months, especially the dry down. Reminds me a lot of pure Havan kind of fragrances, one of the best tobacco fragrances, hands down. Check it out if you like cherry tobacco kind of smell. Very affordable and I like this bottle a lot. Classic fragrance, powerhouse for winter, Bogarpuram. Number 11, I'm going to show you Polo Green, okay? This perfume, as you can tell, it's got this jade color. I love the color of this bottle. This fragrance is just a golden and green mix, and it has a weird bottle size, 118 ml or something, I don't remember, but I once had this fragrance and I sold it off some 5 years back. The reason being, I did not really understand the fragrance. It was a bit harsh. Yeah, it is a bit harsh in the opening, not like what it used to be back then, but still is selling. So I am thankful for this fragrance is that Polo Green smells absolutely phenomenal in the colder months, if you especially like piney kind of smell with the leather, a little bit green. And the fragrance is definitely like, it will remind you of older days, like if you are from 90s 80s era, this has a vintage smell to it, and it smells phenomenal in the colder months. It's a green fragrance for winter. Polo Green, definitely must try. It has good performance too. So number 10, I'm going to show you a discontinued fragrance. This is called Givenchy Gentlemen. This is the old version. After this they released Givenchy Gentlemen only line, and then now they have Givenchy Gentlemen new line. Those are really good, but this is a classic. This is in the same line with Kuros. I thought of putting Kuros today, but then I decided to show you this because I like this a little bit more, a scent profile. Kuros is great, guys. Kuros is a king, but what I like about Givenchy Gentlemen is that this fragrance has honey and leather, some animalic notes. I don't know if it's castoreum or what, but this is a very polished, gentlemanly kind of smell. Think of a British guy in his 40s in the colder months. I really like this in the colder days, okay? Givenchy Gentlemen, try to get a vintage version. That is going to be even better. Number 9, absolute classic. This is Joop Homme, the pink juice. Masculinity, color of it was pink. So basically, I saw a review of Mark. The way he described it, it inspired me to buy this and try it. And basically also Lex Ellis, who love this kind of powerhouses. This one has cinnamon, florals, and that kind of like a strawberry syrupy, thick syrupy syrup, and very floral, very like beast mode. Colder months, I really love this stuff. It's really one of my absolute favorite classics, okay? When the winter comes, I love wearing this. In the summertime, it's very difficult to pull off. Joop Homme, definitely try it out. One of the most unique scents till date. And even if it was released today, it would be one of the most unique fragrances. That's number 9. Number 8, I think, yeah. Oh, yeah, number 8 is a fragrance. I lost track. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. 10, 9, 8, no, 12, 11, 10, 9. Yeah, this is number 8. This is called Azzaro Purom. This is a mid vintage bottle. I did have the modern formulation of this, but trust me, if you can get version like this is like a first reform, okay? Or yeah, it's like the first reformulation. This is still very old. This smells really rich, and it's at barber shop. If you like Paco Rabanne Purom, if you like some of the other classic ones, this is a classic fragrance, but these particular versions are a lot more richer on the notes, a lot more notes added to it. Performance is good. My review on this, I still like my review. The reason being, I reviewed it very creepy way. It reminds me of a very old hotel room from 70s. Okay, it has a vintage smell, and it smells like kind of like animalic, a little bit like imagine like a very old ghost appeared in your hotel room. He's a friendly guy with a pipe, and nice friendly ghost. That's what I feel like it. It's a very mature fragrance. I love this perfume. Okay, Azzaro Purom. Number 7. Oh man, I'm sorry if anyway, let's just keep going. Like if my the whatever you call like this is now number 7. This is wait 11, sorry 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. This is number 7. Yeah, never mind. Okay, early morning, I don't know what I'm doing, but next fragrance definitely I know what I'm doing. This is Paco Rabanne 1 million. Okay, this is one of my favorite perfumes for colder days. This is still my favorite. Do you know why? Because the smell of it is still lovely. I love the blood orange, I love the amber, the leather play, and it's a fruity, synthetic, sweet fragrance that still is very close to my heart. Okay, I think my friend Steven from Belgium, he loves this perfume. He has vintage stuff. I don't have the vintage. Vintage used to last longer, but this in the colder months I still get 7 hours. So classic. 1 million by Paco Rabanne. Next one, something similar, shiny bottle, but this is a very different fragrance. This is called Thierry Mugler Angelman, or popularly known as Amin. Great fragrance. Beast Mode 2010 or 11 version, I forget. This is a very heavy bottle, metal flask version. This is metal. Why I like this classic is that it's now at this point very classic because it has a lot of like flankers out already. People love the other flankers like Pure Malt, Pure Havane, many others. But this one remains the boss because it has the most complex notes breakdown. You get a coffee, patchouli, tar, a lot of different facets, leather. You get kind of like a milky note. You get some animalic note. So this fragrance, it's really something that you should explore in the colder months because the way it opens up layer by layer. Trust me, it's a fragrance must own for any collector. Thierry Mugler, Angelman or Amen. Even the modern formulations is good. Next one, I cannot do this list without this fragrance called Le Male. Modern formulation, not the vintage stuff. But this perfume, like many people say, it got now dated, it got outdated, and the fragrance doesn't really have any place in the community anymore. Yeah, people have younger demographic, they would feel that way because they don't have attachment towards this fragrance unless their father wore it. But for me, I actually grown to love it. I bought it at first, with Ultra Male. I love Ultra Male way too much compared to this. But when I came to Bangladesh in the winter time, I found out this fragrance has this very classy vibe. It has this mint, lavender, vanilla, you guys know, tonka. It has a little bit powdery effect. And Le Male just basically is a very standard, classy, flirty guy who's in his hair is a little bit gray now. And I just love the fragrance in colder months. It's just, check out this fragrance if you go to the mall. Le Male by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Next one is my, it's one of my signature scents. I have no doubt saying that because I love this stuff. This is CK Obsession. You must have seen it in the wallpaper or thumbnail rather. This fragrance has to be here, right? Perhaps it doesn't have that recognition anymore. Like younger guys, they don't even know about this perfume. They know more like the other mainstream fragrance like Azzaro, Wanted by Night. But people who lived in this era, they know the value of this perfume. When I smell this, it immediately takes me back to London in 2012. My brother-in-law had a aftershave and perfume side by side, and I did wear that a lot, when I went there because I didn't have that many fragrances in 2012 with me in London. But just check it out, just spicy, woody. I sometimes feel it's a little bit like you know, you should wear this with a leather jacket while having a nice little whiskey somewhere, wooden cottage or somewhere. It's just so good in colder months. Okay, CK Obsession for him, classy fragrance, a beautiful bottle of 200 ml. So you have two left. Let me show you another absolute gem of mine. I always treasure this. I have a 200 ml of 2012 version of Fahrenheit also. Let me finish this, then I'll go to that. So basically Fahrenheit, you guys know, petroleum and then the sunset theme. One of the most unique fragrances, violet leaves. It has leather. Some people compare this with the smell of, this got some florals, but people compare this with a motor oil, or you stand next to petrol station or Shell or something, you get this smell with a leather jacket, biker boys, florals made manly. Okay, this is what Fahrenheit did, and I love this fragrance all year round. It can be worn, but winter time, this is special. I have the whole line of Fahrenheit, almost, except maybe one or two 0 degrees or summer flankers, but this is one of my absolute favorite classics from Dior, Fahrenheit by Christian Dior. The last one, I pretty much feel like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's why I made a mistake. I actually have selected 11 fragrances. Okay, let's just call this like a special mention apart from the top 10. Yeah, that's what I did. I messed it up. So, yeah, special mention. Number 1. It's not quite a classic yet. It's not really all release like some of the other ones. It's a niche fragrance. But if you did enjoy Pure Havane, you know, in line of Pure Havane, 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit, or fragrances like Enigma, you know, or some of the other ones by Kilian, this is hands down one of the best tobacco-based fragrances. This DNA you cannot improve upon. I mean, you can, but you don't need to. This is a complete fragrance of cherry, honey, tobacco, and this is called Naxos. This basically is a classic at this point for me because the fragrance feels like it is such a complete perfume. You know, if you know Tobacco Veni, Tuscan Leather, they already are established in the market for a long time. This, I feel, one fragrance I'll never get rid of, even if I have a huge collection that I'm selling off. This will always remain in my collection, right? So number 1 today is Naxos by Xerjoff, one of the best tobacco-based perfumes in my collection, and that I sniffed in out of many hundreds out there. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Do try them out if you like classic vintage perfumes, and I'm pretty sure you may definitely like some of them. All right, sorry, construction started, the noise started, and I'm in a good mood. Like I will continue finishing my tea, and I'll try to keep creating content, see if I can find something new. I really have to find some new fragrances now, because I do not see that many great exciting releases in recent times. Hopefully we'll see some more in this year. 2022 is gonna be a good year for fragrances. Stay chilled, enjoy your winter, and stay healthy. Okay, and stay safe also, wearing your mask. All right, have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.